Perfidious being here, back from collecting supplies and getting ready to furiously run through an episode so that I can get back to collecting supplies in a different game in XCOM, War of the Chosen. Not gonna lie to you folks on this one, hey, I'm phoning it in. Just be prepared. Monster Hunter World came out for PC this weekend. I played a little bit of it last night on stream, and pretty sure I've come down with the wicked case of monster fever. I think the great Jagras gave it to me while I was busy slicing his vitals out of his intestinal sac. And, well, fortunately for me, hey, you mind, Hunter, shutting up here? I got monster hunting to do. You could understand, you can identify with my need. As a hunter yourself, sir, you understand what I'm going through, or rather you should. But fortunately for me, and kind of unfortunately for you, the only known cure for a case of monster fever is to go and slice the guts out of a farting digital bird lizard. Okay, I mean, well, it's not the only cure. There is one other cure, and the other cure for monster fever is to get murdered by Charlize Theron so that she can buy Christina Ricci a new purse. But I kind of don't want to go that route, so I think instead we're just going to get to scanning and get to work here so that I can get back to slicing up monsters instead of getting sliced up by a monster in a cheap motel in Florida. Lost Autopsy is instant. Purifier Autopsy is instant. Let's knock those out.
Of the specialized advent unit identified as the Purifier.
Is he that specialized? I mean, do you have to dissect his flamethrower, Dr. Tigan? I don't understand why he's any different than a regular Advent Trooper. He's a regular Advent Trooper who just happens to have a flamethrower on the back of him. He's got a flamethrower and an asbestos suit. That's it. These are not things that you should have difficulty understanding, Dr. Tigan. Those are all, I mean, it's a flamethrower and asbestos suit. These things have been around since like the 30s.
Although similar in appearance to the psionic zombies we have encountered previously in our engagements with the aliens.
You know, these are actually vastly dissimilar to those things, Dr. Tigan. For one thing, when you shoot a psionic zombie lost in the head, you don't get to just keep shooting until you run out of psi zombies. You shoot at those guys and you wasted an action, really.
Into yet another form of the undead.
Another form of the undead? I'm not sure. Well, okay, the Lost are definitely undead, but I don't think the psi zombies technically count as undead. They seem more like puppets to me. What do we want to research here? Priest Autopsy, Sectopod Breakdown. Sectopod Breakdown, I think, maybe has...
From what I've been told, our troops took to calling this...
Well, for one thing, it's another cutscene out of the way. But for another thing, I think that may open up, like, the defense matrix for us. Or do we need a turret corpse for that? Shouldn't we have broken down a turret by now?
Not unlike the mechanized Advent unit.
Now that I think about it, this gives us like gremlins or something. It doesn't really matter. All the research we care about is done. We have fusion ripjacks, we have plasma weapons, we have plated armor. All the rest of this stuff is just window dressing. Speaking of which,
I've seen members of the crew quietly glancing at the scar on my neck. If I wasn't,
well, they weren't quietly glancing, Dr. Tigan. I mean, mostly they were just pointing and laughing.
Just give the word and I'll get started.
Now, what I would like to do is upgrade to the fusion ripjack, though. Pretty sure we did that once before, and then when the reboot happened, it kind of got set by the wayside. Is there anything else out of here we want? Arc Blade, Gremlin Mark II, Mag Pistol. We don't need any of this stuff because we don't use any of that shit. We didn't, I mean, okay. Yeah, we should probably go ahead and get Warden Armor taken care of. That seems appropriate. Forgot to do that. And we're good then. Back to scanning. You know what, Lily? Why don't you save that one for another day? You had a chance to take a closer look at something I don't care about. If it's not taking a closer look at a Puke, I don't really care. I want to cut his face off and make it into a hat.
We should do what we can to take them down before they hit again.
Yeah. Chosen are still a thing. I'm gonna go back to making contact in Mexico. Really, what I'd like is just give me a mission here. I'm in a hurry. I'm sorry, I'm impatient to play a different game. I know it feels like I'm cheating on you, XCOM, and the reason it feels that way is because I don't want to cheat on you with Monster Hunter World. I mean, she's the new hotness. You're looking a little old and busted these days. You know, we've been in a stable relationship now for close to 2 years, and you just kind of decided to stop trying, let yourself go a little bit, put on a few pounds. Never take me anywhere anymore, never do anything fun or nice, always like sit around and watch Netflix, and honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of it. It's just, Monster Hunter world, she, you know, she's new and exciting. Things to converse about that we haven't spoken on 140,000 times. We could reduce our contact cost. We could just go make contact with New Brazil. Wait, we did make contact with New Brazil, right? The chosen stronghold revealed. Facility in New Indonesia. How come we didn't? Guess we made contact with Mexico. All right, so what we should do then, let's go reduce our contact cost. We'll hit this black smoke, reduce our contact cost, come up here to Mexico. Do we need another radio beacon in the U.S. to get the continent bonus? I believe the answer is yes, so we might build a beacon. Although with reduced contact cost, we actually won't. We'll reduce our contact cost, we'll go make contact with Brazil. We picked up a superior laser sight. Oh boy, I'm glad we went out of our way to manufacture that upgrade. On the plus side though, knock around, Lieutenant Taylor Reese did get a promotion. Not from the mission, because the mission didn't have a promotion as a reward. That promotion was just, you know, organic. That one just kind of sprung up out of the ground there. It just happened. We have no actual permissions here. Not a single one of these offers a promotion. None. Facility lead gets us 4 aim. Not only did we, like, get screwed out of promotions when the Steam closed down XCOM before I could save it, but in addition to that, we also really got just bad rewards. It's not that they took away the missions we wanted to do. We had some rewards that were good that also gave promotions, and now we have both no promotions, but also rewards themselves that just kind of suck. +1 resistance contact is like the most useful mission we can do. It's going to take 4 days and require effectively nobody to go do it. So, I mean, I guess we can go do it, but I'm still not happy. Who wants +1 mobility? Sure, fingers, you take that. Allocate supplies to prevent a capture. Why not? Still small chance you guys get ambushed. If that's the case, I really don't care.
My followers will lead this action to victory.
What do we want to do down here? What is this down in the armory? Oh, right, we had a promotion. Old knock around Reese got promoted up there from lieutenant. He's mad. Captain action. We're going to take some retribution on your ass. And you know what? Yeah, we'll take interruption. Back to scanning then. Come on. There are monsters just out there roaming around in the wild waiting for me to die and make their various and sundry skins into clothing, and I'm not doing it right now.
Central claims to have seen one of these things up close back in the day. Despite a lot of speculation, there was no.
So we've already done the turret breakdown there. Well, research this facility lead then. What are we waiting on? Why do we not have a defense matrix? I'm actually a little worried about us not having a defense matrix. We kind of need one. Do I have an idle engineer anywhere? Come down here and, like, dig this out. We don't have an idle engineer. We could really use an extra engineer. What are all our engineers doing? I mean, most of them are working in resistance comms. 2 are working in a workshop. We do have one who is idle in the infirmary doing jack shit. We could upgrade the hypervital module, but I don't really care. Power facility.
Power relay upgraded.
I think we will go ahead and buy the hypervital module. Infirmary, Doc, I'm gonna pull you out of here because I actually need you. You're a gremlin, though. Our infirmary doctor is actually just a gremlin. Well, are we not doing a project and a proving ground? We are not. I'm beyond tempted here. I was gonna say I'm tempted to pull one of these guys, but I'm actually beyond tempted. Tina Bennett, we don't need your 2 staffing gremlins. Oh, they won't let us unassign her. Well, okay, so green. Be nobody. And this is greens. Okay, this is Tina Bennett. So get unassigned a gremlin. And then we have 2 other gremlins who are up here doing, yeah, okay, so get unassigned. Put Andy Green's gremlin in here. There we go. And then we'll come down here, and Tina Bennett now is no longer providing staffing gremlins, because we don't need them. What we need Tina Bennett doing is to be down here wielding the shovel. That's gonna take a while when she's doing it all by her lonesome, but all things considered, I mean, we're good. How have I not upgraded my resistance ring until now? It's been this long and I've just been letting it cool. It's, man, I'm... Okay. Well, no wonder we've been having not a lot of success with covert ops. I've been not paying attention to it. Been not paying attention to a lot of things lately. Why? Because I want to go play Monster Hunter, that's why. So, you know what? I think all things considered, we're probably going to go for Dr. Colette Gerard because we don't care that the black market is closed for 6 weeks. The Chosen always attempt to capture soldiers. I'm not sure I care about that either. I really would rather just have Dr. Colette Gerard on... You know what? I'm doing this one. Automated defenses means we're going to be fighting a bunch of turrets. We can adjust our strategy to deal with that. Mostly the adjustments are going to involve taking a whole bunch of blue screen rounds. We got Whiplash, we got the blue screens. It's going to be turrets and sectopods. Everything's going to be turrets and sectopods.
To restore any soldier to perfect physical and mental health.
Yeah, but it takes an Illyrium core, Dr. Tigan, and we don't have that many to just throw around Cavalier, so... Toretto, who's your boy? Caparzo? Alright, so let's get you. Caparzo. Get in action. Who else wants to go? Beardo, you're out. Xander Cage, who's your boy? Turop. That's a good combo. Let's get you guys in on this. No, we can't because you're tired. Who do we have that isn't tired? Jackie Denorcio. This guy is always ready to work. Hey, Pete, that's right. When the boss comes a calling, Jackie Denorcio straps on the kit, gets out there, and gets ready to kick a little ass, if you know what I'm saying. Why don't you bring me an Iron Giant out there to be my friend? So let's make utility items available. Weapons available. Armor, not that it really matters much. Dominic, what kind of weapon you got here? We're going to give you the best weapon. Superior scope, superior expanded magazine, advanced repeater, plasma grenade, seams. You know, I was going to say seems acceptable, but actually I think blue screen rounds will be vastly more useful for you than those grenades will. You hang on, Jackie, to that mimic beacon. We're going to need it. And Reese, we're going to give you a mimic beacon as well. What kind of weapon you got here? Advanced repeater, advanced scope, advanced autoloader. Repeater, scope, advanced magazine. Good enough. You're going to take another mimic beacon. And then I think we're going to get rid of some of these grenades in favor of good weapons and blue screen rounds. For instance, you have nothing. So advanced repeater, advanced scope, and an autoloader. Take some blue screens. And then Jackie, you're probably kitted out exactly the way we want you with the possible exception of your weapon. Yeah. Let's give you advanced scope, hair trigger, autoloader. Rest of those things that you can keep, and you are fine. Groot, what's your loadout look like here? Just need a gun. Well, there you go. Last gun in the bin. Plasma, knockaround, we already got you covered. BFG, I think you went on our last mission, so you're probably already sporting an upgraded weapon. You are. It ain't fantastic. Can we make any of those better? We do have interchangeable upgrades now, so if we have something a little better, we can go ahead and feel free to equip that. Hair trigger. You know, I'm going to replace that with an expanded magazine. 2 extra bullets coupled with an autoloader is much more useful than a hair trigger. The hair trigger falls into that category of stuff you can't actually rely on, so I tend to think those are kind of bad upgrades. It's like the parkour thing. You can never count on it, and since you can't count on it, your strategy always is going to be different. And then it's, I mean, you'll be like, oh, hey, that happened, and sometimes it's nice. The hair trigger, you can't rely on it giving you bonus shots. So it's unreliable and it can't factor into your strategy then. It's nice when it happens, but they're the A-Rod of upgrades. They really are. If you're ahead by 6 runs, they're going to help you score an extra 9 to pad your stats. But if all you need is a single hit in the 9th inning with the bases are loaded and nobody, and like 2 men out and A-Rod's coming to the plate, it doesn't matter. You're striking out. When all you need is a single hit to score 2, give you that go-ahead run and walk it off. A-Rod, he's going down swinging. Yeah, come on, Bradford. I want to kill this Operation Wolf Giant so that I can go grab a gigantic hammer and kill an actual wolf giant. Like, I want to kill an actual giant wolf. Hey, they had the Planet Express logo on the floor in there? Hold on a second. They do have the Planet Express logo on the floor in here.
Be careful out there.
We have lost on every mission now, Dr. Tigan, and it hasn't really been bothering us. In fact, the lost have been a couple of times helpful for us. They've proven themselves to be more beneficial than anything else. Why don't you slip down here and just get eyes on the street, Reese? Look for some guys that you can knock around.
Enemy patrol.
That's a lot of robot. I mean, Barry Pepper's down here, and he's like, you gotta go find the toughest guy in town, kick shit out of him, so that we can show him who's boss. It's time to make it happen. Let's bring you to this rooftop, BFG.
Go quickly.
Jackie, you don't really have good legs, do you? No. Yep. Beautiful misclick. We have revealed ourselves. That's gonna activate a pod. Perfect. I really didn't want you to dive pointlessly through a window and expose yourself. That was not part of the plan. Thanks for completely fucking everything, though. That was good of you. He's gonna go on Overwatch. Well, this is gonna be difficult to fix. So we have to kill like 4 people with 2 units. Like I said, difficult to fix. So, Groot, can you even get... This is... God damn it. The misclick there is just... I'm actually furious, though. Also, neither of you guys have blue screen rounds, so you almost certainly are not going to be able to kill anything at any rate. Like, it's not gonna matter. If we grenade this robot... Well, okay, if we get really lucky and we whipple it, don't hit the Spectre. Hit the heavy mech. If we can whiplash the heavy mech, hit him, and then hit him with the grenade... You're saying, Pete, you should have thrown the grenade first. Well, if we threw the grenade first, we wouldn't have been able to get the whiplash, so can't really do that. We might be able to kill one of the robots, and then all we have to deal with is just somebody getting unnecessarily shot. Ah, this game, though. Oftentimes it is utterly infuriating. So if you come down here, we should be able to have you move and kill the robot that's standing in the open, and then all we got to worry about is one completely unmolested robot. And a Spectre. The Spectre's not really that big a deal, because all he's going to do is just go shadowbind somebody. In fact, shadowbinding someone may save a life. This is going to miss. Lightning reflexes will be the result of the miss here, not necessarily anything else. You're going to get shadowbound, and when you shadowbind this guy and he runs away, we're going to retribution that guy, which means he may also retribution us, because retribution triggers in really freaking weird ways. So, like, you're going to run, and we're going to hit you with the retribution. Well, of course, ours missed. And then you're going to retribution us off of the miss? I think? Yeah, see, I don't understand this shit. Fortunately, retribution is garbage, and it never hits anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You're going to come down here and take cover. And then we just have somebody who's going to get shot by this robot. Probably won't kill anybody, but it's still very... Yeah. The robot didn't even hit... Okay, they gave us one back for the... They gave one back to us. The misclick did not completely pork us, it just mostly porked us. Caparzo, kill this robot. Just double tap him with your blue screens. Excellent work. Which part of double tap him with your blue screens didn't get through that thick-ass skull of yours? Yeah, it struck their armor. So who else has blue screens here? I believe Dominic Toretto. You have blue screens, do you not? You do. 91% to hit. We can just have you shoot twice and kill this Spectre. Assuming you're not as bad at your job as your compatriot, and I'm going to assume that you're not. Never mind, you're every bit as bad. We should still be able to get him. Just come over here, Iron Giant, and mop up the mess. Clean up on aisle 6, please. Clean up on aisle 6. There, aisle 6 is now clean. This guy will disappear in a vapor. This man will hop back to his feet. Everybody wins. Jackie DeNorcio, I would like for you to come and kill what remains of this robot, please. 100%, can't miss. Jackie puts him in the dirt. Jackie leaves him standing for Groot to put in the dirt. Well, it took the whole team, but we did finally get him dead. Alright, Groot, be on Overwatch. Reese, I'm just going to move you up here, put you on Overwatch. I'm glad that we got a little recompense for the misclick there, because if somebody had gotten shot because of that, I would have been just hideously angry. I'm still kind of pissed, actually.
I go as ordered.
Groot, do you have a free reload? Reload is not... let's just look and see if you have an autoloader. You don't. So go ahead and... That's fine, then. Knock around. Come up behind this garbage can. We're going to sink you into Overwatch.
Attacking on sight.
Of course, he parkoured. See, there's the... That's another reason why I just hate parkour. I play so much stuff. I've played so much XCOM that some behaviors, if I be like, I'm going to take a single move and go on Overwatch, they're just automatic for me. Be like, I'm going to take a single move and go on Overwatch. And then parkour triggers, but it doesn't matter. I don't notice, because I'm already in the middle of doing something. This shot will miss. It did burn his lightning reflexes.
I must focus my strikes.
You know, I was expecting turrets when you guys said automated defenses, and we haven't seen a single friggin' one. This could get us a flank shot on that dude. I'm not too worried about the codexes. One of them is just going to psionic bomb anyway, which is no big deal. What's your justice chance? Considerably better. You know what? Reel him in. We might be able to get some follow-up shots at this man, or we might be able to just flat out kill him. We do that, then we hit him with the whiplash. Critical lash, and then if we just shoot him, he should die. He will not die. He's gonna have like 1 health left. Still doing it. And we have an extra shot from a hair trigger. Well, that was a lot of attacks. I don't know what triggered the extra hit, but I'm glad that whatever it was triggered. Jackie, let's get you up here. We're probably going to have you chuck a mimic beacon to keep those codexes off of us. In fact, there's no probably. We're going to have you chuck a mimic beacon to keep those codexes off of us. Just throw it out here where they'll be able to see it. I really would love to be getting a mimic beacon and using it in conjunction with Battle Lord, but we do want to make sure the enemy can see it. Crosshairs Caparzo, just be on Overwatch. If one of those codexes comes down to mess with our mimic beacon, and it shouldn't have a choice, we may be able to get a shot at it. Beacon's still grinning, which means you got to come mess with him as well. The old get out of jail free card. Codexes don't even do enough damage that we have to worry about one of them killing it. Reinforcement pod. Yeah, we could have a bunch of people go stand in the middle of that looking to farm some cheap kills, but I don't really know if that's worth it. 58, 56. Those are bad chances to hit. Taylor Reese, you have our other mimic beacon, but we don't really care. Quarter mile, you could come up here and shoot this woman in the spine. Alternatively, we could have you Wrath up here, split this codex. Okay, we're gonna get... Since we already did the bad thing and spawned the pod, let's get a little aggressive here. We can afford it.
Repositioning.
We are still on a relatively limited time until the network shutdown occurs, so we do need to kind of keep that in mind. 8 damage from our fusion ripjack. You're going to clone, split into 2 chunks. I think we're just going to kill you. Jackie, how do we want to handle your turn? That's still going to have cover against you. Your whiplash chance is so poor, I don't really want to risk it. Let's wrath our way over to this girl instead. And we're going to go same bit here. Wrath in, hit him for 8, split it, and then we can pick the rest of these chumps up with just garbage fire. We'll split you into 2 with 2 health. You have teleported to a very inconvenient position. You're dead. You know, splitting codexes into multiple enemies is... It's like some intriguing stuff you could do with that vis-a-vis Battle Lord, maybe. You might be able to take advantage of Battle Lord to get yourself some extra actions. The one thing we're not doing here, which has me a little bit concerned, is we're not making much progress toward the objective. Network shuts down in 6 turns here, guys, and we're not really any closer to it than we have been. Also, Groot, I wanted you to come over here so you could kill that codex, and you can't see it. Knock around. She dodged, and you still got the job done. Good enough for me. BFG, you can probably get a shot at like a terrible, terrible ghetto shot at one of those codexes somewhere. Nope, actually you can't. Well, we're gonna put you on interrupt. And Caparzo, I think we just put you on Overwatch out this window. When those guys land, we see what we can do. Groot, can you grapple anywhere more helpful? Absolutely not. Well, you're just on Overwatch as well then.
No trespassers.
This is what happens when I hurry. Click, trash. I know nobody's gotten shot or killed yet, but I still feel like this is going poorly. But monsters, they're out there. They need to be hunted, and I have to hunt them. If you're going to kill anything, please kill the Purifier. The Purifier. Didn't even shoot at him, though, did you? Nobody's even going to take a shot at the guy. Well, we've splattered a bunch of pointless damage all over the map and did not help ourselves in any way, shape, or form. BFG, what do you got? You can take a shot at the mech, that's pointless. Take a bad shot at the elite officer. Take a even worse shot at the Purifier. I don't suppose you could hit that man with a grenade, can you? Nope, can't throw it far enough. Well, we still can't see that codex. What am I going to trade an Overwatch shot to go on Overwatch that we won't actually get? Just shoot the robot. The one nice thing about Interrupt is, I suppose, at least it lets you pick your target. We knew this was coming. A little bit of psionic bomb. You've disabled some of our weapons. All things considered, that's not that big of a deal. Dominic Toretto is marked. Why are those guys... What the fuck is this shit? Oh, good. That's a bug, then, with Interrupt. So the reinforcement pod landed, I took an action, and then they all got to go, even though they should not have got... God damn it, XCOM. Could you just not be a buggy-assed piece of shit, though? Could you really just not be a completely broken fucking mess at some point? Just a totally broken fucking goddamn garbage fire? Yeah, the full throttle ability has you super... I'm super encouraged by the fact that, like, literally everybody got shot, even though nobody should have gotten shot, because this is horse shit. There's no justice in this world, sir. Perfect. Missed the justice. Like, or did you? Shit, I don't know. The game is a bug. It's a bugged up mess. It's all bugged up mess. We have a bunch of people who are on fire. Everything is terrible. The enemy got to take bonus actions that they definitely should not have gotten to take. I'm utterly infuriated. If you move, you'll be set on fire for literally no discernible reason. Can you grapple to somewhere that won't wind up with you on fire? Like, grapple doesn't technically count as moving, so this shouldn't set you on fire. Good. And shoot this man in the back. Not that this is going to kill him, but... Well, it will. I was going to say it will, but actually still won't. Unless we critical him again. Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes things just work out. Not on this mission, because, you know, everything is... I'm absolutely livid about... Oh, good, you're on fire. Which means you can't even reload your weapon. Perfect. Jackie, I don't suppose you're also on fire? I mean, you probably are. Yeah, you are. Which means you also won't reload your weapon. Delightful. Love it when the enemy gets to come in as reinforcements and just go twice because interrupt is broken. That's great. Perfect.
Is under my watch.
It's beautiful. Bunch of busted. I could be killing monsters right now. That's all I'm saying right now. Could be in a beautiful, bucolic, splendorous setting, shooting a monster in the face with a crossbow, or maybe just hitting it in the head with the big hammer and knocking it the fuck out, or chopping its tail off with a big axe. I could be doing something that isn't this, I guess, is the long and short of my assertion. Monster Hunter World, sure, it has some bugs in it too, but it's not 2 years into release. So it seems like maybe it earns a few more bygones than its compatriot here. Oh good, Jackie Dorsey was still on fire too.
Reloading.
Don't suppose there's any chance we could put him out. I'm assuming somebody in this mess has a med kit somewhere.
To that position.
I don't know, I'm beginning to wonder about the actual wound timers and whatnot. In some cases, given the way that fatigue works, we're actually in a better position to just let our guys take a very minor wound than we are to let them be tired. Like, they wind up being out of commission longer for being exhausted than they do for taking a light wound. It does mean we'll have to put this new engineer back in to get staffing gremlins, so we can put a staffing gremlin back in the... Hey, Bradford. Shut up.
We're running out of time. Get to that terminal.
John, though, did I not just tell you to shut up? Pretty sure I told you to shut up. And there's the inevitable sectopod, because, of course there is. There's always a sectopod now. Speaking of sectopods, there's apparently a sectopod and like 55 billion robots in here, so that's amazing. We really want to shred your armor before I start going whole hog on you. BFG. You can't grapple anywhere good. There is a robot up there on Overwatch. We're probably going to need a mimic beacon.
I have located the objective.
It also says you're on fire, despite the fact that you don't actually appear to be on fire. So I'm confused by that. I know that we should throw the grenade, then whiplash, but we don't have enough actions. I'm gonna whiplash because I need the freebie. Didn't matter because it whiffed anyway. And then we'll throw the grenade. So now I'm actually terrified of using the interrupt ability because I'm afraid it's going to let the enemy go twice again. We can't really use an ability who occasionally, when it has a side effect of, allows the enemy to go twice in a row. That's objectively a real bad ability when it does that. Well, at least somebody can do their damn job. And also, you have blue screen rounds here, Dom, so you should be able to put some additional hurt on this guy. Yeah. We're probably going to give you a bonus action to give you another shot, although even with another shot, that's still not enough to kill him. BFG's not going to be able to get a shot. Parzo, who's your boy? Yeah, do it. There's nothing more useful Caparzo's really going to be able to do at this time. So let's fire the old weapon. We need 4 more damage on the sectopod. There's still 2 robots back there who we are not going to be able to wrangle. Can you see this guy from over here? Yes. Your whiplash is already out of commission, though. Don't miss this shot or like 40 people are gonna die. Fantastic. Oh, this is going swimmingly. So we're probably going to have to use a mimic beacon then, because it's the only way we can have people not die. I'm gonna have to have you grapple to here so that you'll be fast enough to get to the door. Also, you take Overwatch in that tile. I'm not entirely certain why. Well, still has to be done. Perfect. Alright, thanks for the tip, XCOM. Hey, you take Overwatch if you move here. We sure did! Well, we destroyed some loot that we didn't really need anyway, so that's fine. No, we should definitely throw a mimic beacon in here. Oh, I just... Okay. We actually failed the mission. Boy, this has been just a delight, hasn't it? This was just like a wonderful romp through this mission. We're having a real good time. Everything is fucking broken. A sectopod ran and stood next to our mission objective, so it could make sure that there was no circumstance under which we could possibly complete it successfully. The only other thing we could have done is leave the sectopod alive, which... The only thing worse than failing the mission is probably leaving that sectopod alive. There is nothing for us to do with your... you know what? I'm terrified. I want to grapple up to this roof because I know there's a dude up there, but also, no. Just hunker down, actually. Let the mimic decoy be killed. It's fine. We should be able to... You should be able to just double tap and flat out kill this robot. Now you decide to execute someone, huh? Outstanding time. Picked a great moment for that one. Perfect. Everything. I'm so... See, this is why I wanted... Also, Jackie still apparently appears to be on fire, even though he's definitely not on fire. Hey, Jackie's in fuego, baby! Call Dickie V and bring him in here! I mean, I may not be literally on fire, except I'm literally on fire! I'm the XCOM equivalent of an NBA Jam player, hey! This robot may be able to take literally every shot we can throw at him and not die. Well, you know what he can't withstand? A fusion ripjack to the spine. Of course, it'll just miss, so there's that. Perfect. Anywhere you can be that will actually get you a shot at him? Nope. Taylor Reese, likewise, is not going to have a shot. Well, now this is... delightful. I'm having a great time. How about you, Chad? You guys having a good time? You having as much fun as I'm having? Right. Other robots. Well, at least we parkoured. So, one of you is getting whiplashed because we got to take you off of Overwatch. Which is nice. I'm thinking we wrath our way over to this man, which should also not trigger Overwatch. Or does? Because that's the most sensible thing. So we wrathed over there. He Overwatched us. We used Retribution off of the Overwatch. If you could have picked any worse tile to stand in, I don't know what tile that would have been. I really don't. That's not going to kill you because you have too much armor. It's not going to kill you because you have too much armor. Crosshairs? We're going to actually have to rely on a retribution getting us a kill here. Caparzo, can you whiplash one of these guys? I mean, I don't know why I even bothered to ask, really. How silly of me. We can still do this. If Caparzo kills both of these guys, we can then have you shoot down... Well, never mind. I mean, I was going to have you try and shoot down in here and kill this last robot, but... This better not miss. Good. It literally can't miss. I hate this mission with every fiber of my being. Like, there's not... Choking on my own rage. Choking on my own rage. 3 of our team got wounded by mysterious fire that never should have happened because...
Dissident activity is down across all
So, important safety tip. 1, Egon, don't cross the streams. 2, don't think about giant marshmallow men when somebody asks you how you would like the world to end. And 3, never use interrupt ability when there's a pod of reinforcements coming down because it makes them go twice. Valuable lesson learned. It shouldn't be a valuable lesson because it shouldn't be anything anybody has to learn because it's a bug, but still. All things considered, though, 3 days, 2 days, and 4 days, not that big a deal.
Hello, Commander.
Shut up, Optimus Prime. We failed to counter the dark event, which was at return fire. Actually, the main problem about failing that mission is we didn't get a goddamn engineer. That's the whole reason we went, and then didn't get an engineer. So we have pointlessly wasted your time and mine. Perfect. I mean, every episode of this is basically me wasting my own time, and you watching it is you wasting your own time. But hey, you can't pin that on me. That's your fault. If you enjoyed it, I'd be surprised, but also grateful. If you'd like to drop a like down in the comment section, of course, I would appreciate the support. If you'd like to see more ridiculous bullshit antics, both mine and the games, I consider subscribing as well. Do episodes every single day. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.